This is news from North Country Public Radio.
Tonight, the new Iraq war thriller Green Zone opens in theaters across the North Country. It stars Matt Damon, and it deals with the Army's futile search for weapons of mass destruction in Iraq.
What do you think you're doing here, Miller? You're off reservation for a reason. What is it?
I came here to find weapons and save lives.
It's a little more complicated than that.
Well, not to me, it isn't.
Director Paul Greengrass used real veterans of the war in Iraq, including one from the North Country, in minor roles. Nathan Lewis is a student at SUNY Potsdam. He fought in Iraq at the beginning of the war in 2003. He later became an outspoken critic of it with Fort Drum's chapter of Iraq Veterans Against the War. Lewis told David Sommerstein Greengrass reached out to veterans groups for casting.
One of the organizations that he looked at and found some people in was Iraq Veterans Against the War, so they came up to Watertown and had an interview with them. I heard back from them, and they said they wanted me to come along and film the movie for 4 months.
Mm-hmm. What was it like? I mean, you were like on the set in Morocco and places like that? Yeah,
it was amazing. I was really surprised that they paid me. I would have just went along for free, probably. We started out in Spain, went to couple cool places, old Spanish military bases. Went to Morocco. Spent 7 weeks in Morocco. A lot of things going on a movie set, and it was interesting to be a part of it. And I don't think I'll ever look at a movie the same.
So, who do you play?
I play myself, which was nice. They didn't give us any script or lines. They said you were the veterans, so you just do and act how you would, how it was like in 2003. They did a good job picking a real Army unit, because there was people from all over the country with all kinds of different backgrounds and political views, and it somehow worked. We all worked together and got along good. And
movies like The Hurt Locker and which won the Academy Award, and now Green Zone are sort of, revisiting a lot of the issues of, Hollywood's, take on, combat and war experiences versus reality. How did sort of you see that playing out in the making of this movie?
There are some truths to the movie, but it is it's a thriller. It's a Hollywood film. It does raise some good points about the war and the early stage of the war in 2003, and the decadence of the Green Zone, the Bremer administration, the Coalition Provincial Authority. Kind of talks about some of the decisions they made and the consequences.
You got to go to the opening night screening in New York City, right?
Yeah, I went. I took my mom because I felt like I should repay her for some of the stress I put her through during my deployment overseas. So it's pretty weird to see yourself on screen, 20 feet tall, running around, and it was a fun experience.
Nathan Lewis is an Iraq war veteran and a student at SUNY Potsdam. He spoke with David Sommerstein. Lewis appears 6 times in the Hollywood thriller Green Zone. It opens in theaters nationwide tonight.
Digital distribution of North Country Public Radio news and features is funded by gifts from listeners like you.